Okay, for today's tutorial, I will be teaching you how to make a digitized instructional materials with a feature of interactivity. So there are four steps you need to know. Or first is how you will upgrade your simple PowerPoint into a interactive platform. Next is you will know how to activate your PowerPoint into kiosk mode, and you will know how to save it into a macro-enabled presentation or show. Next, the last two is the real deal. First is how you will make an interactive platform using the ActiveX controls, specifically text box and command button. And lastly is the how you will make a interactive assessment or evaluation. So now let's proceed to upgrading your PowerPoint platform. Of course, the first step in doing this is first is run your Microsoft PowerPoint application. After running the PowerPoint application, you need to activate first the developer tab. Here, I am assuming everyone knows how to activate it, but in case you do not yet activated it, the first thing you need to do is go here in the file, and under the file, you will see options, and under options, you will see customize ribbons, and on the main tabs, you need to check and look for the developer. Once you already did these instructions, you can now proceed to clicking your developer tab. So here is your developer tab. After clicking your developer tab, you need to import the Visual Basic that I will be attaching in my Google Drive so everyone can access it, or you can access on it. Just message me that you watch this video, then I will give you the codes for doing this kind of interactive instructional materials. So once you click that Visual Basic on the upper left below the File tab, you will see this box. And under this box, you need to look for File. Then you need to click Import File. Okay? The import file will lead you into this. You just need to look for the codes where did you copy it and paste it. Yeah. So here I made a VBA codes folder. Then I just need to drag it or just choose at least one, which is the module1.bas. Okay, that's it. Your codes are already in the PowerPoint. The next step is you need to activate it into kiosk mode. Why? Because normal PowerPoint presentation or not in kiosk mode freely um, next you in the slides. So even when you press enter, you will be proceed to your next slide. The next arrow, you will be proceeding to the next slide, or just even click any on the screen, you will be proceeding to the next slide. So set the kiosk mode. First is you need to go to slideshow tab. The slideshow tab will be in the in between the animation or the view, unless you customize the ribbons on the main tabs. So here, yan, that's the slideshow. Then next, click the setup slide. Then you will see this box and just click the browse at a kiosk, full screen. So after clicking those things, you just need to click OK. Next is you need to save your file into macro-enabled presentation, because once you forget this, all the codes will not be functioning. Okay? But do not worry, if you forget to save it in the initial file, just click or just choose Save As, then choose the macro-enabled presentation. So here how it would be. First is click in your file. Then you will see these options. Under file, first is just click save. If you this one, the save one, if it's original file, but if you forget to save it, as I told you, use save as. Then look for these choices: PowerPoint macro enabled presentation and PowerPoint macro enabled show. So what is the difference between this presentation and show? Once you choose presentation, you are still allowed to edit the file. So you will see the slides in the left part. While once you choose the show, automatically, um, once you click the file, automatically the PowerPoint will show. You don't need to press anything to make the PowerPoint show. Okay, so you are done with the preliminary reminders. First is import the codes in the new PowerPoint presentation. Second is activate the kiosk mode. And third is save it as a PowerPoint Microsoft, a PowerPoint and a macro enabled presentation. For this moment, you will know what are the ActiveX controls under the um, developer tab. So first, of course, everything we are doing here will be on the developer tab. So click the developer. After clicking the developer, you will see here, these are the ActiveX controls. So here are the controls under the ActiveX. So there are only two things we need to use in making this kind of interactive PowerPoint presentation. First is the text box. Next is the command button. The text box is like the when you are filling out Google Forms, that's a text box. The command button is where when you click it, automatically you either submit it or you will be proceeding to the next slide. Okay. Doing this is just like inserting shapes. So it depends how big your text box or the command button. For example, this one. So I created one text box. The text box is the one um, without anything written inside. The command button, you will see the command button 1 phrase as it indicates the command button. So to show the properties of these controls, first thing is click the text box. Then after clicking the text box just once, go to properties. After clicking the properties, you will see these options. Let me make it bigger for you. These are the options under the text box. So you will see here a lot of options in the left column. But all you need to do is look for font. Okay? The fourth color is the color inside your text box. So I highly suggest for you to explore only the font. What will be inside the font? Take note, guys, do not change the name inside the parenthesis because that will be significant in codings later on. Okay, reminders. Do not change the name, as I said, and just adjust or modify it in the font section only for the meantime. To show the properties of each ActiveX control, just click the object of the properties. That's it. Let's try to slideshow. After seeing those, after navigating how you will see the properties, let's try now to slideshow. There are many ways to slideshow. First, you can go to the slideshow bar, then click the show, or in the lower part, in the right lower part, you will see there the slideshow, or you can simply press F5 for the beginning of the presentation, or Shift F5 for the current slide. Type hindi kanya mahal. Okay? You already played it. That you can type hindi kanya mahal. Or in English, you are not loved anymore. Okay? After typing it, we will try to edit the font properties in the text box. Okay, proceed to font. You will see a small circle, a small square with three dots once you navigate your cursor in the font. That's it. You will see a small square with three dots inside. After clicking that, you will see these options. First is the font, second is the font style, and third is the size. Of course, you can also click effects or the script. So you can try anything, any font and the font style. Just make sure you will make the size bigger than before. So I will choose 48. Here I will choose Century, bold, and the font size is 48. After doing it, escape everything and click the slide show again, or the F5 or the Shift F5. So as you notice, the text inside the text box became bigger. So here you will read in a bigger view, hindi kanya mahal. Or in English, you are not loved anymore. I don't. Okay, so I'm just kidding aside. So that's how the properties works. So now, if the font size is already okay to you, you can just adjust the size of the text box. Next is the properties of the command button. Same procedure, click the command button only once, then click the properties. Under properties, you will see these options. Okay? If you want to change what's inside the the command button, all you need to do is edit it in the caption. Okay? You see a while ago the command button one in the caption section. Just edit it, whatever you want to put inside the command button. Usually, I put enter or proceed, whatever the instructions it may be. So, aside from that, you can change the color, the background color. Just choose in the four color. You also have there the back color for the background, and the four color is for the color of the text. Okay. Do not change the name, okay? Just change the caption, the back color, and the font, and the fore color. Now you will be integrating the codes, okay? You need to double click the command button. After clicking it, you will see again this box. So once you import the module, you can see the existing codes there. You can just copy paste it on the slide na that you will be using. So, but to fill the techie part or the IT part, just follow this step. You will be you will write the codes in between the private sub and the end sub. You will see after the private sub the command button one underscore click open close parentheses. That's the name of the command button that you are seeing in the properties. So that's why I discourage everyone to edit it. So here is the code for doing this kind of activity. So that's it. You have two choices. Either open the module, this one, and you will see the existing code for it, or here, since you are in this first slide, you can copy this, what you're seeing in my screen. So as you can see, um, at first the codes is very difficult, but it is similar when you're doing your mathematics statements. It's like if, then, else. You will see after if, diba? You will see after if text box that text. It it refers to the text box you input in the first slide. So if text box one that text is equal to apple, or text box one that text is equal to apple, which the first letter is capital, of course it really means that this is a case sensitive. Okay, so if you don't want to do the OR part, the function of OR, just simply write on the instructions to use only small letters or big letters. So it means that when the student answer apple, then, you see here then, what will be the output of the message box? You will see there, correct, well done. Can you edit it? Yes. Just do not forget the quotation mark. In Filipino, or you can write matibay, or in Bicol, you can write matibayon kaman. And the next part in the then is the slideshow. This code is the hyperlink. So you after the student answer apple, which is the correct one, the code will tell the PowerPoint to go to the slide 3. What will happen if I want it to next? There is a specific code for it. Later, you will see it in the bottom of this screen. Else means else. What if the student is answer is not apple? So the message box will appear as wrong answer. That try again. Again, can you edit it? Yes, you can edit it. Just don't forget to put quotation marks. And if, of course, if the answer is correct, the text box will be cleared, then you can try again. That's it. Here is the systematic explanation about this. Expected outcomes or answers. That's it inside the quotation mark. However, if you will be using numbers as the answer, you don't need to put it inside the quotation mark. Next is the content in message box. You can edit it, yes. The hyperlink for the next slide, just remove the quotation mark and replace it here. Then the content in message box for if the student's answer is wrong, and the text box ending. Okay, there is no L after the quotation mark. Okay, don't not include that L. Okay, let's try. Try to slideshow it. Press F5 or Shift F5. Then click the command button, and you will see that your answer is wrong. Okay. It said that your answer, which is hindi kanya mahal, is wrong because he or she might be in love with you. Just kidding. Okay. Now we will edit the supposedly answer. Okay. Let's type this hindi kanya mahal. Of course, do not forget um, the big H, K, N, and M. Okay. That's it. Hindi kanya mahal. Then, after you edit it, just close it. Then proceed to your PowerPoint. Then click F5. Then again, click the command button, and you will see that your answer is correct. Well done. Hindi kanya mahal. Okay. So that's it. That's it for the using the active as control, um, text box, and command button. I usually use this when I'm having an activity like 4 picks one word, because there is a open text wherein they can write their words, then a command button where they can check if their answer is correct or wrong. So alright, the last part of making your PowerPoint as an interactive one is making an assessment using VBA codes. This is too simple because there's only three parts of it. First is the starting page. Second is the question page. Third is the results page. What will be inside your starting page? Of course, in the starting page, you will input the instructions, and do not forget to create an object that will trigger the start. So here, I made this one as a trigger to make it start. Okay, objects here in PowerPoint are everything you input in the PowerPoint. The image is considered as object, the shapes is considered as object, the ActiveX control are objects, and so on and so forth. Next is go to Insert tab. Yan. After you go to Insert tab, you will see Actions. Yan. Just don't forget to click the object that will trigger the start. Alright? Then after clicking the actions, in Microsoft 365, there is a updates with that. Just look for the actions. Okay, then everything will go smoothly. After clicking the actions, you will see this. Okay, if you did not macro enable it, the run macro feature will not be activated. So once you did the preliminary things, of course everything will work. So after that, since that object will trigger start, you just need to click to choose start and press OK. That's it. Press start and click OK. Then your starting page is already set. Create an object that will trigger start. Click it, open insert, go to actions and choose start, then press OK. Next thing is creating your questionnaires. So by creating questionnaires, you can do at 5 or more slides. Okay. So here you will make of course, a question part. Then you will make 4 options if you want to have 4 options. But if you want to make 8 options, you can do it. So if you have question and options, first thing you need to do is click which of the choices is the correct answer. So click here in my example. The correct answer is number 8. So therefore, I will click it, then go to insert, go to action, then click correct. Okay? And that's it. How about when it's wrong? So the other choices are wrong. So I will click it one by one. Then, same process, go to insert actions, click wrong. Because these objects are the wrong answers. Then click OK. That's it. For the last part is the results page. Okay, so similar what you're doing in the start and the questionnaire. Of course, you will make an object that will trigger the results. So click the object, go to insert, and go to action and click results. And okay. To edit the output and the input in the interactive assessment, the only thing you need to change is what's inside the message box. So as you can see in the start part, here is the code for the start. So you will not edit it. So the number of score and the number of wrong will start in 00. Then the function of your name will be also activated once you click the start. So after that, you will see what's inside the your name. Okay. Once you see the your name, you will see type your name here. So there's a text box there that you will need to type. After clicking your, after clicking the OK, you will see the choices. You will see the message box that welcome to the Pokemon, the quest for electric charges. Will you able to edit it? Yes. Just don't forget the quotation. Then here you will still to edit this one. All right. So next is the results. So if you have different scoring system, you just need to edit or to create another sub. For example, I will copy paste this and we'll create another one. Then this is for average and the correct points will be 2 points. That's it. There will be another choices in the run macro. All right. Then in the results part, you can also edit this. The inside the message box. You can edit it. Okay. And that's it. So here is the what I'm talking to you. If you have the module one, just copy this. What's inside the end sub and the private sub. Then I then paste it. Then in the slide you are referring. That's it. And before I end my tutorial, I would like to leave this simple quote. Everything's designed, but few things are well designed by Brian Reed. Thank you.